Would you like to sharpen your negotiation skills dealing with estate agents, vendors and other partners? Well, this is the place for you. We're sharing an opportunity where you can sharpen your skills in a safe environment, work with other fellow property investors who've had massive success in the UK property market despite what happened in the 2007 financial crisis. By applying the P.A.T.E.L system, the P.A.T.E.L system, one of the areas you can apply this in your life, you can then utilize this to increase your cash flow by being better prepared. So first of all, P stands for preparation. That means before you're going into negotiating with an estate agent, you need to establish you have at least understood, seen the property, whether it's online, you've viewed it, gone through the text, the information, the literature with the sales brochure, having a look at the picture and the location map so you can see what other potential variables there are. If you can extend the property going up by creating an extension with a dormer, possibly converting the basement, even adding value by turning that property into a multi-let or a HMO. So before you even talk to the estate agents, do your research, be prepared. Ensure you have a position of having proactive finance, so funding in place, because after all, the last thing you want is to be caught out when you're at the agent in the office or ringing them on the phone when you really like the property and then finding you don't have the funds in place. So be prepared before you present your offer and go into dialogue with negotiating. But when you've done that, make sure you take action and follow through once you've got the paperwork in place, because the last thing what most people do many times, especially the amateur investors, they'll leave the deal on the table for a professional to come and take it behind them because they don't follow through and give the vendor exact certainty as to what they intend to do and how they intend to complete. So if you're in the house of a vendor and you've agreed the terms of the paperwork, make sure you have a contract, an assignable contract, so you can close and wrap up the deal. If you intend to flip the deal to somebody else, you have the paperwork and the solicitors and or the legal people in place to ensure you can put this to bed and everybody's happy. The third aspect is T, which is timing. You've got to ensure that before you can even negotiate, you need to ensure that the person who's selling the property in question is motivated, because the higher the level of motivation, the better the value you'll receive in terms of the property and any uplift you have. The increased logic you will have when you reduce the amount of emotions. If you increase your emotions, you'll reduce the amount of logic, meaning the fact you may jump too soon. And the same thing can apply separately when you're bidding at auction. If your timing is not right and you bid too early, you may end up getting carried away and paying more than you would have paid unless you had the correct knowledge and information. This applies to when you're talking to estate agents, because after all, 70% of the deals that we do in the marketplace, over 70%, go through estate agents, which is a fact. And that's simply because people will prefer to list their properties, the majority of the market, with an estate agent who's trustworthy and knowledgeable of the marketplace. Some will actually go out and do it themselves, some will list it privately, and there are many that are choosing to go online and choosing various portal sites. But the key for you is to time when you are about to put your offer forward. Make sure you don't leave it too long, because after all, you're in the business to move at the speed of instruction. So ensure that you present your offer, email, writing, not SMS, because although you've got that facility, it's important to have something in writing that's concrete that you can then forward to your solicitors. E stands for execution. When you execute the deal, that's where you start to close an exchange of contracts. So when you say that you have, rather than say you've got cash funds in your bank account, tell the estate agent you're in a position to exchange contracts with a date that's imminent for completion. And whilst you do state that, knowing that you have the funds in place, or the finance if you're going through a buy-to-let mortgage or commercial finance, or you have a JV partner or you even have the funds in place, make sure you execute this on a date that's definitive, so that the vendors are aware exactly what date you'll complete, but the estate agents are happy who you are liaising with on this property in question. Most important of all, use your power team, which is on my last one, which is L for leverage. Use the power team, so the people that do your legal paperwork, the framework, who do your finance, such as your broker, your property manager, who's going to manage your property for you, or if you're managing it yourself, you may have a letting agent who will market it and find you suitable tenants. Make sure in all, leveraging means you're spending less time in your business and growing your portfolio by working on your business. So just like when you flush something in the bathroom, you have a lever, and that lever has multi-functions which cause other functions to operate, but without having a bucket to pour down the pothole. The same thing applies with your business. Make sure you use your team to take that deal from start to finish and flush out all the negative people who say it can't be done. I really look forward to sharing more with you at our 2-day event, which we have taking place on the 16th and the 17th of May, which is coming soon. More details are at the bottom of this website. I look forward to sharing more with you, and thank you once again for visiting our website and watching this video.